Hi, this is SAP APO trainer from UPlus. Today, till now I covered the SAP APO DP, BW, and the remaining things are in the SAP APO. In the SAP APO part, we have four modules like APO DP, APO SNP, APO PPDS, and APO GATP. These four modules we have. Among them, I covered APO DP with the integration of BW, and going forward, I will cover the APO SNP and PPDS GATP. I am not going to cover. By the completion of APO SNP, I'm closing this. I'm wind up this all this course in the SNP. Before going to start to discuss about the SNP, first of all, you have to we have to know about the CIF. CIF is nothing but the core interface. After completion of the CIF, I will move to the SNP. Okay, let me start our session. First of all, what is meant by CIF? The CIF full form is core interface. The full form of the CIF is core interface. In the APO CIF overview, I'm going to cover about architecture of integration, transfer of master data, APO master data, modern planning versions, transfer of transaction data, monitoring error handling. These are the topics I'm going to cover today. And I will cover the configuration part of I'm going to cover this configuration part of all each and everything. By today, I'm going to cover the complete CIF overview and the CIF configuration. Yes, let me introduce some examples. Okay, the normally in the APO, what the APO will do? APO will do the planning. Is mainly for the planning purpose. It don't have any inputs. It has the inputs getting from the other external systems. The inputs for this system you have to get it from the external system. That is the SAP RT system. Okay, the inputs are nothing but the master data, transactional data that has to get from the ECC system to the APO. The way you are getting data from ECC to APO is with the help of RFC, the help of remote function call, we are getting the data from ECC to APO. Okay, this remote function call using the core interface. Okay, here ECC is a separate system, AP is a separate system. Initially both don't have a interconnection. To do the mainly to maintain the transfer between ECC to APO, we are establishing we are means basis system establishing a remote function call. There is nothing but with the help of remote function call, we are getting data from ECC to APO. Among that, CIF will play a crucial role and among from that regarding for that remote function call. Okay, you see here, this is RT system, APO system. This master and transaction system, you have to get it from the APO system. Okay, the transfer has to be between in the ECC to APO. This has to be done with through remote function call with the help of core interface. Next, the how the data is transferred between ECC to APO. There are 5 steps are there. 5 steps are there to transfer data. That means to maintain a structure, to maintain an RFC connection, between ECC to APO, we have to follow 5 steps. But these steps, all this configuration part will maintain by the base system, especially for the structure for the RFC link. Maintain the RFC connection between ECC and APO. This will handle by the ECC. This will handle by base system. We are not doing anything. Just we have to We had to see that. We had to just keep monitor that on the things. Okay. Um, let me divide this topic. SIF and the SIF, the steps in the SIF. Okay. Steps are the first of all the architecture of integration. This is nothing but architecture anything but how ECC and APU system are connected. How ECC and APU systems are connected through RFC. That is the first step. This complete step will handled by the basis team. We are not doing anything in this configuration part, and we not allowed to do any changes. We are not allowed. We should not do any changes in this configuration. If you face any issues regarding for this connection, any issue, we have directly informed to the base system. Base system will take care about this. Okay. Then next, data transfer. Master and transactional data from ECC to APO and transactional data from APO to ECC. Okay, data transfer. Data transfer is here is nothing but the transferring of master data and transaction data from the ECC to APO, and only transaction data from ECC to APO. This step will handled by the APO consultants only. This will be taken care by the APO consultants. This will handle by basis. And final step is monitoring and error handling. This has to be done by the SAP APO team. Okay, these are the three steps where you are going to complete this SIF configuration, SIF complete structure. First of all, architecture of integration, which means how ECC and APO systems are interconnected. How ECC and APO systems are getting interconnected. This will handled by basis team. Second step is data transfer. Once the systems are connected, both systems are connected, how we are going to transfer data from ECC to APO, to APO to ECC. From ECC to APO, we have to transfer both master and transactional data. But from APO to ECC, we have to transfer only transaction data only. Master data we should not do, we should not transfer. We should not transfer any master data from APO to ECC. We have to transfer only transactional data. After data transfer happen, we have to monitoring and handling. We have to check whether any data gets struck. If it's struck, we have to take the appropriate action. These are the steps we have to do. Come to the first part, architecture of the integration. Anyhow, this did not be handled by our team. This is handled by the basis team, but we should to know what the things are going on, how it's going to connect. We should to know these things. Okay. Architecture of integration. Among them, under this architecture, we have 5 steps in the way bases are going to connect. First, define logical system, number 1. Number 2, assign clients to logical system. Number 3, maintain RFC destination. Number 4, maintain release. Number 5, maintain business system group. Okay, let me discuss one by one. But this complete part will handle by the base system only. We are not going to do anything, and we are not going to do any changes. We are not to go include anything also. We are just to see and monitor. That's all. The work is here for this, especially for the architecture application. Let's come to this point. Define logical systems. See, first of all, come to the define logical systems. In the define logical system, here what you are going to do is name for R3 and APO. Okay, what we are going to do is in APO we need to give the name of the R3 server and the name of the APO server. Similarly, in R3 we need to give the name of the R3 server name and APO server name. Okay, here just we are giving the names of the APO system and R3 systems. Let me show you in the config, then you get idea. Okay, just go to the APO system and go to the SPRO. Click on the SAP reference IMG. Click on the integration with SAP components, and then next click on the integration with APO course interface. Click on the basic setting for the system landscape. Just click on the name of logical. First step is define logical systems. This is the thing. Yes, cross with yes. Yeah. If you see here we have our APO system name and the ECC system name. Okay. First of all, we should to know what is our APO system name. Uh, uh, always put them left, right. Okay. If you see here, you click on these things. System DMO to 800, client 800, client 800. Or otherwise, we can do one thing also. We should to know what systems are connected in the in this APO system and what is the APO system. We should to know about this thing. For this, just go to this decode /SAP APO /CQ. Execute. If you see here, this is the APO system name, APO client 100. This is the ECC system name. This arrow mark represents this. There is an active connection between APO system and ECC system, which means that if you see here, this is broken, connection is broken, which means that not an active, not an active connection, not an active connection. Here we can represent the APO system as the APO client 800, ECC system as a T90 client 800. Okay, this is our system names. Just check there. Where is that? Yeah, see, APO client 800 is available. Next, ECC system T90 client 800. T90 client 090. Sorry, ECC system is T90 client 090. This is the ECC system. Okay. Similarly in ECC system also we had to check whether we had to check the ECC system like this and also. Let me go into the ACC system, but in the ACC we have some issue with the this SPRO connection, SPRO decode. Let me check no issues. Sorry. Okay. SPRO. Okay, fine. Reference IMG. Cross applicant. Yeah, there's some issue in the ACC side. That's why I'm not able to see. But normally in the ACC also this has to be made in the from ECC and also by the basis team. Okay. Okay. Let me check in the. Okay. Here we define the ECC system and the auth system. First step is completed. The next step is assign client to the logical systems. Here the API logical system is a ECC logical system T90 client 090. API logical system is a API of client 800. Okay. And next step is a client client has to be assigned to the logical systems. Assign logical systems to the client. If you see here, you should to know what is our client, or you should to know what is our client. For this, simply we have to do one thing. If you see here, client is 800. API client is 800. Just but simply if you select here, if you show here the client is 800. Similar in the ECC also. Yeah, API system. Yeah, this is the ECC system. Yeah, for the ECC also client is a 800. Okay, let me come out from the. Yes. Yeah. 800 is the client. Just select this 800. API client 800 is available. Similarly, in the ECC also we have to check. The APO server, the APO client should assign to the APO logical system. Similarly, in the R3 server also, R3 client here, their R3 client is also 800 that has to assign to the R3 logical system. Next, maintain RFC destination. Set up a RFC destination. Just click on set up RFC destination. I have connections. Here, RFC destination means APO has to connect it. In APO, you are maintain R3 as a target system by remotely, and similarly in R3, we are maintain APO as target system by remotely, which means that maintaining the RFC destination. Okay, but simply we can say that it as a, if you see here in the queue manager, APO APO should assign to the EC system, and ECC should have to assign to the maintain the RFC destination as the APO system. Why? Because we have changing data happens between the ECC and APO only. That's why you are doing this thing. If you see here, this is the APO system. In the APO system, the RFC destination is the R3 client. The R3 client. T90 client 090. This is the, just double click on that. We should to check whether this is the RFC destination is maintained correctly or not. We have to check whether it is correct or not. Just click on the connection test. Yeah, it's an active. Log on to active. And you should like to go to the RT system. I already come back. Okay, RT system. Just click on the remote logon. It directly moves to the RT system. This is RT system. This is the way. This is the way you are doing to maintain RFC destination in the in APO, and similarly you have to maintain the EC system also. Then next, maintain release. Yeah, if multiple R3 systems are there, if the APO system is connected to the multiple R3 system, and then we have to represent the multiple R3 systems. But here we are using single R3 system also. That's why no need to maintain any release. No need to maintain any release. If in the case if we are maintaining a multiple R3 systems, in that case we have to maintain the release. Okay. The next step is maintain business system group. Maintain business system group. Here, what is business system group? Why you have maintained business system group? If there is a common data between the all three, yeah, let me introduce it. Okay, see, API getting data from single R3 system or from multiple R3 system. It depends upon the client. It depends upon the business. If the business has a one single R3 system, say okay, you had the API system is connected to single R3 system. Say. If business has a multiple R3 systems, say, but business also wants that API data from the multiple R3 systems also, they have that API system has to connect to the multiple R3 systems. In that case, if there is a common data present in the all R3 systems, for example, I have one API system connected to the 5 R3 systems. Among them, 2 R3 systems have the same data. It's transferring the same data. If you transfer the data from, if you get data from ECS to APO, we should not recognize from which R3 systems data is coming. From which R3 system data is coming. If the same data is coming from the both systems, in that case, API recommended to maintain the business system group. Okay, for each R3 system to differentiate the common data present in the particular locations. Get my point? If I maintain, see, if two systems are connected, to my API system, I maintain the business system group 1, business system group 2. Okay, if the same data is there in the both R3 system, from the first R3 system, the data is coming with the name of business system group 1 data name. Similarly, from business, similarly the same data is getting from the R3 second R3 system. It will get with the name as with the business system group 2 and data name. To differentiate the data between the R3 system, we are using the business system group. Okay, this is about the business system group. These are all. These are. We should not touch anything here. We should not touch anything here. These are all are taken care by the basis team. We just monitor. We just see this uh, for your reference purpose only. I'm going to see and I'm going to configure here. But normally we should not do anything. We should not do changes. We should not do anything. Okay. Then next, see different logical systems. R3 system, APU system. Logical system defined as R3 kind data center, APU kind data center. Similar like this one. This is about the business system group. Yeah. Come to the outbound queue and the inbound queue. Here we finished with this part, architecture for integration. Before going to start about the data transfer, you should to know about the outbound queue and the inbound queue. Okay, this is the important concept. Okay, the data flow between the two systems. Two systems are ECC and APO. Is called a queue. Here queue is nothing but the data flow. Okay, the data flow is nothing but the queue. Here in the data flow between happening from the ECC to APO is happening in terms of queues. Okay, if any system is sending a data, it's called a outbound queue. For that system. Similarly, if any system sending receiving data, if any system is receiving a data, data is called a inbound queue for that data. Okay, this is about outbound queue, inbound queue. Normally, the data, whatever data flow is called as a queue. If any system is sending data for that system, is outbound queue. If any system receiving data for the system, is an inbound queue. Okay, yeah, in the APO everything is happening in terms of queue only. In terms of queue only, that's why you're representing this queue concept. Okay, the next, mm, see, sending system, receiving system, outbound queue. Outbound queue, data queue is created and sent without consent. Data queue is created and sent as an inbound queue. Next, before going to discuss about this concept, let me add some things about the what is about the master data, what is about transaction, what is about the master. Let me give a brief description before going to do this. Okay, uh, Okay. Master data. Okay. Initially I told that you that we can transfer data from ECC to, you can transfer master data and transaction data from ECC to APO, but we can transfer only master transaction data from APO to ECC. Let me come to about what is the master data, what is transaction data here. See, in APO, for DP we need master data as a product location is more than enough. For in APO to run the DP, we need if you have product location is more than enough. But for SNP and PPDS models, we need a set of master data like location, product, resource, production process model, transportation lines. System SNP PPDS should have this master data. Otherwise, it will not work. For a demand planning, product location is more than enough. But for the to run the SNP model, PPDS model, we should to have these specific master data like location master data, product master data, resource master data, and production process model and transportation lines. These are our master data has getting from the ECC. Okay, this master data is getting from the ECC. But in the ECC, the naming is different. Here, if you see here in this figure, in the ECC plant, ECC name as plants, but in the APO it can name it as a location. Customer is also a location in APO. Supply is also location in the APO. Material master is a product. Capacity is a resource. Routing and BOM is a production process model. Like for transportation lines, purchase info records. Like that, the naming like that in the R3 is different and the APO is different. With the help of transformation, the data is going to transfer from ECC to APO. Okay. This routing and bill I will this routing and bill of material I will cover in going forward in the SNP time. I was going to cover clearly. Okay. Then simply you can say that whatever master data in APU system also available in R3 system with different names. So by using the CIF, you are going to take it all in the data in the APU. Okay. Whatever master data in APU system that is also available in R3 with different names. By using CIF, we are getting this. We're going to all the data in APU. Okay. Getting data from ECC to APO. There are two kinds of okay. There are two kinds of transfers are there. They are initial transfer and change transfer. See here the initial data transfer for data change is there. That means to getting the data from ECC to APO, we are following the two methods. That is initial data transfer of data changes. The transfer of data changes we can name it is also as a change transfer. When we this initial data transfer we are using at the time of first time. First of all, initially we are going to configure the system. Initially we are transferring the data from ECC to, we are transferring the all data from ECC to APO. At the initial condition, we are using this initial data transfer. It's a one time. Then after, for every day, for every month, we are we are updating the existing data and we are adding new thing. You are going to adding new thing, and we are doing changes for the existing master data. To update it in APO, you are performing the change transfer. Okay. This is about the difference between initial data and change data and change transfer. Then next, this is about the flow. This is about the flow of data from ECC to APO. And simply you can tell as we can transfer master data and transaction data from ECC to APO, and similarly similarly we have to transfer only transactional data from only transaction from APO to ECC. That I will cover in the going forward about regarding for transactional data. But here I am going to say only about the master data only. Yeah, these are the master data in the API. These are location master, product master, resource master, production process model master, and transportation lane model. These are the main master. These are the important master data. Yeah, these are the master data available in the APO. These APO masters are getting from the ECC system. from the ECC system. In the ECC system, we have different names. To get this data from ECC to API, we have doing the initial data transfer for the initial time. If you want to do if there is any changes, if there are any changes happen to the existing master data, if there are no, if there are any new master data, if there are new any data is available in the ECC system, if you want to update that data into the APO, you have to go for the data change transfer. This is about the data flow between the ECC and APO. Then next, how you are performing this initial data transfer, initial data transfer and change transfer in the configuration one. Let me show you there. These systems are available. Now we are performing the initial data transfer and change transfer. Okay, to do the initial data transfer, we have one standard T code to do the initial data transfer. See, one more thing, we have to perform all these shift activities in ECC system, not in APO system. Why? Because we are getting data from ECC to APO. That's why we have to perform all these activities in the ECC systems. I will wait for some time, then I will connect it. SAP user on user. Instead of that, it's better go for remote call. Okay, if I enter a password wrongly, it will going to log. Instead of that, I'm going SPR SAP reference identity. Integration with SAP components. Integration with SAP components. Basic settings of data transfer. Web connection. T90 client 090. Remote login. Yeah, here I'm in the ECC system. Okay. We can go use the direct server access, but I entered wrong password. If I enter one more time wrong password, it will get going to log it. That's why I'm going in this way. Okay. Okay. First of all, data is available in ECC, and I want the data into APO. That means the initial there is no data in the APO. I want to do the I want to get the all data in the APO. For that, initially I'm doing the initial transfer. First of all, the program to do the initial transfer is the first of all the program T code is the SA38. SA38 is the T code to run the programs, any programs. The program to do the initial transfer is remote INI. Execute. Just give the any model name. Just give the name anything as a master initial transfer. Master initial transfer. For which logical systems you want? For APO logical system. APO client 800. Give the application as the same thing. Okay. Execute. Okay, sorry, before going to create an initial transfer, first of all we have to create an integrate active integration model. We have to create an add to integration model. Then we had to do the initial transfer. Okay, to do the active integration model, see, just a minute. Okay, first of all we have to do the initial transfer. First of all, there should be an active integration model. Then only we have to perform this initial transfer. Okay, uh, here the data transfer, to transfer data from ECC to APO, is happen with the help of two steps. In the I'm talking about regarding the configuration part, that is, and generate integration model, activate integration model. Okay, generate integration model, activate the integration model. To generate an integration model, in these two steps, the data is going to be transferred from ECC to APO. To generate an active integration model, the steps are, first of all, the T code is CFM1. CFM1 is a T code to generate the integration model. Okay. Here I have model name. I'm giving it as a master INI logical system. Given it as the APO current 800. APO same I'm giving. Here, what master data I would like to transfer? Materials, plants. You can select anything, no issues. Here I would like to transfer the master data. Here I would like to transfer the product and location master data. That's why I'm going to select here. But normally integration models, there is a integration model is a plant specific. It's a plant specific, which means that we have one plant among the one whatever materials are that are going to be transferred. I'm creating the integration model for one separate integration for different plants. Why? Because if I create an integration model for all plants in a single integration model, what happens if anything is wrong in the, if any if any material is wrong in this particular plant in a particular plant, the remaining whatever remaining materials are there, that will not flow until unless I correct that, which leads to the delay and which is the performance. That's why you're going for the plant specific. For one plant, I'm creating the one integration model like that. Okay. Uh, okay. Okay. Here what I'm doing is, see, if I select the materials, now these are the materials parameters, which means that whether that material is a finished product let me show you one example that then you get the idea. Normally I'm going to check one material. If I'm going to check, let me take one material. This is the material. Okay. See, for example, take any material. Uh, Take any material. I'm just selecting just common material. is the material for any particular location. Plant 0, okay, doesn't exist. Search the plant. It's available in the plant 2020. Okay. See here, this is a material under this plant 1000 and 2000 plant. Under this we have. Sorry, I don't have find any MRP. I think so. Okay, it is better to go for the other material. So it's not available. Huh? Okay, fine. Then I will take this. Okay, nothing is there. That's why you should not get anything. Get okay, fine. Okay. GTS. Okay, I want MRP also. Distribution. Okay. So normally, here I'm didn't find any materials with the MRP one. But normally in the real time we have the materials with the MRP one, MRP two, MRP three fields. But normally material has so many fields. Product master has so many fields. Under that we have the options. What is the MRP type? What is the ABC indicator? What is the MRP controller? What is the plant specific material status? Like that we have. Like that we have this all these fields. We can transfer the data with the help of these fields also. That means if you want only the finished product, if you want transfer only finished product under location 1000, just select the material type here. Here the FERT is the finished product. No, I had to transfer only the spare parts, or I had to transfer semi-finished products like that. If you, that means with the help of the type also we can transfer the data from ECC to APO. These are all the filters. Okay. Here I'm going to transfer the for plant 1000 all materials under plant 1000. I would like to, otherwise I select the FERT. Okay, finished product. Okay, here I'm going to select only the finished product. Create. Just check. These are all the materials we have under plant 1000. These are all our finished products. These are all going to transfer to APO. Okay. Just generate integration model. Yes, continue. Integration models get created. Now I would like to do the initial transfer. So then okay, Then I generate an integration model. Then next, activate an integration model. That model is already created. Execute. This is a generate integration model and model thing. That's the same thing. For same thing, we need to active. We need to do the active integration model. Execute. Click here. Select active. Start. Processing. It takes some time to do. Why? Because it has 900 materials. It takes a little bit time. Complete. Once it's completed, the status is turns to green. Okay. If you want to check the details also, we can check. See how many plant materials, how many under how many plants transferred for the integration model. Like that, we can see that. Okay, we done. That means data get transferred from ECC to APO. Now we can check whether that materials come to in the APO or not. Just a minute. Yeah, we created an integration model and activated an integration model. Huh? But we have to check whether the data is get available in APO or not. To check whether the transfer data is available in APO, we have the tables. We have the tables to check whether in the APO the table is yes. I want an ECC system. Yes. Yeah. The table is to check. First of the table to check is uh, the T code for table is SE16. A table to check the material and plants available in the APO is slash SAP APO slash v underscore matlock. This is the table where we are going to see that where we are going to see that APO product location master data, product location data. Okay, whatever transferred in the from ECC to APO, whatever the product location data is transferred from ECC to APO, that are going to stay in this table. If you want to see the for the I transferred for only for the thousand location. That means thousand the plant thousand. That's why I'm going to select here. Just remove number of it's 0. Execute. See, there are all the materials we are getting from the ECC to APO. These are all the materials are available in APO. Okay, but these are all the materials available in the APO under plant 1000. Among them, we see for now that also available here. Okay, like this, we are going to do the transfer from ECC to APO. The master data maintained in the ECC will handle by the MM team. The master data in the ECC will handle by the MM team. Once they're done from their side, then we are going to transfer data from ECC to APO. So this is the way. This is the way we are going to transfer data from ECC to APO, and we have some inbuilt programs. See, okay. Remote INE is used to do the initial transfer. Select for this data. I have to do. That means if any data get changed, that means for the finished product under location, new data is get involved, or they did, or they may, or ECT made change, made any change, made the changes. Changes means they They deleted all the old data and they are going to introduce a new thing like that they made. Then I'm doing the initial transfer. This is the model. Yes, start. I'm sorry, you have to see the application on yes, sir. Then you get to know which are which are get to transfer. You get to know that. Yes, get the logs here. This is way. This is the way. Like this way, we can be doing the initial transfer. See, there are all the materials. There are materials to transfer. Okay. This is for the initial transfer. Similarly, we have program remote gen. This is for the create an integration model. Okay. To create an integration model, uh, we have a T code as CFM1 to create integration model. Similarly, for with the remote gen also, it moves to the it directly routes to CFM1. We can create an integration with the help of CFM1, or we can do with the help of program remote gen. Okay. Remote AC2 is to activate the integration model. Is to activate the integration model. CFM2 is also for the activate integration model, or you can do with the help of program also. Okay. Like this way, we are going to you're going to transfer data from ECC to APO. You get master data. This is about the master data. Transferring the master data from APO to ECC. Okay. And once that normally we previously seen that whenever the master data is created in the APO, we should have to assign that to a active model. But when while sifting the data from master from ECC to APO, the model assigned to model is happening automatically. We don't need to do any manual thing there. It's automatically activated. Is automatically assigned to the active model. Okay, there's one more point. Next is transferring data from transferring data from ECC to transactional data to the SIF. Previously we see the master data. Now we are going to see about the transactional data. The transactional data is nothing but the purchase orders, purchase requisitions, sales orders, planned independent requirements, reservations, stocks. These are all come under the transactional data. If you see in this API figure, we will name as a how can I tell that? Yeah, well, at the time of releasing forecast to S&P in the MC90, what we did we select the category as a FA category. FA category. Here, planned independent requirements is nothing but FA category. Like that, they given the name as for purchase orders is a BF, for purchase requisitions AG, sales orders is a BM, plan plan address AL, like that. The names are given. Okay. To do the transaction data transfer, yeah, for master data, materials, plants, customers, PPM, these are all the master data. Now what I'm doing, I'm transferring the transaction data. See, for example, if you want to do the customer master, for which customer? For which customer you want to transfer? Just give the name. Okay. For which PM, PDS you want to do, just give the types. Okay, like that. And similarly, here I'm going to transfer the transactional data. The transactional data is nothing but sales orders, stocks, these are all the transaction data. Stocks, planned requirements, purchase orders, like that. For what sales orders you want to sales orders. For which PARs we want to find requirements. Just give the material and plant. For this material and plant, I would like to transfer the PIR. Okay, POs and requisitions. For which material, for this materials, I would like to transfer the POs and PRs. Like this way, you can transfer the transactional data also. Okay, this is about the one-way transfer from ECC to APO, transferring data from ECC to APO, master and transactional data. But from APO to ECC is some other different. This is some other different path. That means there's a different model. This is a different path. Let me come to here. Logistics. We have CFM1, CFM2 as a kit integration activity, and we have CFM3 also to generate to act. That means to activate the integration model in the under background. In background, in the background. Okay, this is the T code, and similarly we have CFM5, CFM5. Sorry, CFM5 is used to search the what integration model we use. Okay, normally I don't know why I forget which integration I used for this thing. Just select this. You can execute. See, click on model. See, these many models are assigned. These many models are assigned. Okay, like that we can chase that. Yeah. This which I create. Previously the CTS, these are all the models are also there. Okay, see, master IM. Master. Like this we can chase. We can get to know for which material or which model is using the help of CFM code. and we have CFM4 also. CFM4 you can this is for display and integration model. This for display and integration model. Okay. CFM7. CFM7 is there. CFM is data integration model. That means if you want, that means once it's activated, if it's a run, if an integration model is going to active, it turns to green, and then again the next day I'm going to run that same integration. I'm going to activate the same integration model. At the time, what we had to do, what happened? First of all, we had to deactivate that old one. First of all, we had to deactivate the old one and then activate the new one. Otherwise, it will not work. Otherwise, it will work, but it will get the wrong results. First of all, to activate the same integration model again, first of all, we had to deactivate the old one and then we reactivate the again. We reactivate the new one. Okay. In that case, what happened? If you do it daily basis, the old logs will be there. That old logs will be there. That we don't. That means we don't want that old one. It's already in deactivate mode. We want to delete that deactivate integration mode. We can do it with the help of CFM70 code. Here I'm setting select inactive integration models only. Here I'm setting only inactive integration models only. There's nothing also that is not happen. See if I didn't select the inactive models, it shows active models only. It shows active models also. Just select and delete. Okay. Like this, we can transfer data. We can transfer the master and transaction from ECC to APO. Okay. Then now the next thing is another data transfer. Another data transfer. We completed a flow from flow master and transactional data from ECC to APO. We did that one. Another one is transferring data from APO to ECC. From APO to ECC, we can transfer only transactional data. We can do transactional data only. We can transfer only transactional data. We should not transfer any master data. Okay. The steps to do this thing is, first of all, maintain shift connection between ECC and APO. First step. That means active shift connection between ECC and APO. Already is there. Second step is master data active integration model. Okay. Third step is publication. Okay. These three steps you have to follow. Here we maintain the shift connection between shift connection is there in between ECC and APO. The next master data active integration model, which means that for which data, we are going to transfer the That means, for example, take example. Let me go to into the ECC system, then you get an idea. This is ECC system. Okay. Just I'm taking one sample product. GDS. Okay, fine. Spot is available. First of all, let me check this spot is available in API or not. Yeah, it's available. Okay, this is available. I would like to transfer the results. That means I would like to transfer the forecast results of this CVC into the ECC system. Okay, this is my requirement. First of all, I would like to transfer the forecast. For this product and location, I have forecast. I don't like to do for I don't like to move it to SNP. I would like to transfer to ECC system. Okay. For this, first of all, okay, master data is available. Master data is available. See, this has transferred now only. Yeah. First of all, they have to check. Yeah, this is available. Then now I'm creating a CVC. Brand put any no issues. Yes. What? I'm sorry. Yes. Create. Now I'm adding the USDP94. Just simply I'm giving the history. Thousand. Okay. Yes, it is available. I'm going to generate the forecast, statistical forecast. Yes. Yeah. Salary. Come back. Yeah, forecast is also available. I have the forecast. Now I'm going to transfer the forecast to the ECC. Okay. Now I'm going. Now I would like to transfer this forecast value to the ECC. Yes. So normally we have to transfer the forecast from APU to ECC with the help of background jobs slash SAP APU MC80 to the activities as a F for forecast. Forecast create, and this is the planning. See, if you see here forecast macro release forecast. Here I'm setting the R3 transfer for R3 transfer profile. Okay. Let's give the profile, give it name as GAPO underscore APL forecast release create planning area is a GAPO underscore APL for which year you want to do total forecast for which version, active version, product 9M Atnar, product is 9M Atnar, location is 9M Lucknow, field split requirement, yes. See, while releasing data from APO to ECC, we maintain that this is for forecast data. If here we need to maintain requirement time as BSF. This is SAP recommended. This is standard SAP recommended. Okay. Here version 00. 00 means there is active version for in ECC. Okay. Save it. Save it. Let's come back. Enter. Save it. Okay. Save it. Fine. Define a job for that activity. Give the job name as same planning book which you are using in the activity. Wash. Data view. Here we get the activity. For this activity, I'm going to use. Color function will generate logs for all. Okay, aggregation level is product and location. Normally, while transfer releasing forecast from ECC to APO is normally affecting as a product and location. You can select all also, but no use. Whatever if you select all, also no use. When finally you're transferring data from ECC to APO in the product location level. Okay, save it and execute. You see 8G schedule and schedule in the background. Immediate check save. Okay, just check the results in the log list. In fact, 7. Yeah, it's finished. Yeah, successful completed. Okay, now check the results. Now check the results in the ECC system. To check the forecast results in the ECC, that means finally we have a transfer the forecast from ECC to APO. To check the forecast results in ECC, the T code is MD63. Okay, this is the material and this is the plant. So the requirement type as VSF. VSF. Put his make is blind, no issues. It will not be impacted. Okay, you can select all the active versions or can select all active and inactive versions. If you don't, if you know the versions, there we selected as a version triple. If you can put like this also. Okay. Sorry, VSF is important. Requirement type is VSF. Selection criteria. Okay. Let's have sorry, let's have not there. Check your entries. Okay. See here, I'm not getting this. Here, I'm not getting the results. First of all, we had to check why he's not getting the results here. Why? Because first of all, we need to check to do the transfer transaction data from ECC to API. We had to follow all these three steps. First of all, you have to maintain the SIF connection between ECC and API. Is there? First one is correct. Second one, master data active integration model, which means that for this data, master data is available or not, we need to check. Integration model is available is not, our master data is availability is not, we have to check. Okay. For this, go to CFM 5T4, put the material, give the material name as GTS for 02. Plant is 1000. Search. Yes, active integration model is there. Yes, active integration model is there. No issues. The model is an active only. Is in the status of the model is active. We are good. Second step is also satisfied. Then third step is maintain and distribution definition in the APO system. Third step is publication. Publication is nothing but a maintaining distribution definition. Okay, check the publication. To check the publication in the APO, where is my screen? Go to SPRO, SCP reference IMG, integration with SCP components. Integration APO interface, basic section for data transfer, publications. Expand that, maintain distribution definition. Just check, maintain distribution definition. Is there or not? Here, what is the publication type? Here is the plan independent requirements. We are transferring the forecast from ECC from API to ECC. It's nothing but the plan independent requirements. that is maintained. We have to check whether that is maintained here or not. Okay. Question is there in the independent requirements. Is already there. We need to check for location 1000. That location CHPT is there. I think for 1000 location is not there. Due to that reason, it's not getting. I'm making a new entry. Plan independent requirements 1000. Okay. Log system T90 client 090. Oh, he's already there. Sorry, I'm sorry. Publication type. 1000. SVR, CP reference, component, data transfer, application. Okay. Position, logical system 290, 290. Oh, I'm sorry. '90 client 090. That is the location number 1000. Here I have to check the plan independent requirements. So the plan independent requirements is for plant location. Here we are going to transfer the forecast results. The forecast results is moving to the ECC system. Is the name is the transaction data. The forecast data transferring from ECC to API is nothing but transferring transactional data from API to ECC. The name it as a plan independent requirements. Plan independent requirements. We have to check whether the plan independent requirements are available for the location 1000 or not. The plan independent requirements. The plan 1000 is available or not? Yeah, it's available. It's available. It's available. Okay. Yeah. Publications also be maintained. Then check the results whether it's available or not. Let's check the results. Requirements performed which corresponds to selection criteria. Okay. Just remove the data. Again. 63. GPS 420 to the design report. 420. Not an LS if you want is for VSF. Just that. Data comes is correct. Okay, fine. Okay, okay, we'll put some data. Okay. From which correspond to selection criteria. Successfully transferred, but I'm not sure. Yes, version. Okay. Okay, I think some issue is there. Some issue is there to transfer. But normally we have to follow this process only. Once we practice selection criteria. Okay. But normally this is the process we have to follow to transfer the forecast from APO to ECC. But to check the results of the forecast, we have to go to the MD63 recorder. But we are facing some error due to the reason we are not getting this. But this is only the process we have to follow. Okay, like this, we are going to transfer the forecast data from APO to ECC. There's nothing but the transactional data. Transferring transaction from APO to ECC. Okay. Then next, very good. What happened? Let's see. Okay, fine. The final concept in the SIF is the monitoring and error handling. Monitoring and error handling. Monitoring here. Monitoring means here, right? Monitoring is a prerequisite. Uh, Let me add the points one by one. These are all the theoretical part. SIF monitoring is a prerequisite for troubleshooting. Troubleshooting is nothing but the error handling. Okay. The APO SIF has two monitoring techniques to monitor the data transfer from R3 to APO or APO to R3. Okay. R3 to APO, vice versa. Okay. Those are here as monitor. application log. Okay. First of all, let's discuss about the QRFC monitor. QRFC monitor. Communication between R3 and APO is based on the asynchronous transfer technique. Okay. Communication between R3 and APO is based on the asynchronous transfer technique. There is nothing that is called a QRFC. QRFC is used in the integration of the SAP API with the R3 system. Both of the initial data supply and the incremental supply R3 to API, and for the publication of the applying results API to R3. Okay, which means that the QRFC monitor, we can check whether the data flow is happening perfectly from ECC to API or not, from ECC to API or and API to ECC or not. Okay, from ECC to API data transferring, if any structure, that means initially at the initial level, if the structure happen initial level itself only, initial level, that means if if you are trying to transfer the if you are trying to transfer the product location which are not available in the ECC, if you are trying to transfer, it will not going to shift. Why? Because it will, there is no that is not in the that is not in that ECC, that is not in the available, that is not available in the ECC. This error will can be shown directly in the CQ monitor. The T code for that is this is a T code. Select expand now. It will shows if any data is blocked. If you see here, the data is going from data is coming. Yeah, we are previously while transferring data from API to ECC is not happening. Is not happening. The error is displaying here. Why is not happening? The error is displaying here. If you see here, 1 2 data comes after end of the valid factory calendar. Please correct it. Due to this error, data is not going to transfer. That means the calendars in the ECC and the API is not get updated. Is not get updated. Due to that reason, the forecast file is not going to transfer from API to ECC. Okay, like that. Like this, we can monitor the error while sifting. Here what we are sifting transactional data. Here we are sifting transactional data from API to ECC. There's nothing but plan independent requirements. It's not got updated here due to this reason. Where there is no valid fact calendar, due to that reason, it's not going to happen. To correct this, we need to update the factory calendar. Okay, these factory calendars will be handled by the we had to request to the users. We had to request to the users to change the factory calendar. This will taken care by the users. This will not take care by the us. This will handled by the users. We'll okay. Like this, we can monitor the errors. If you see the arrow mark here, it's moving from the APO, to ECC. This is from ECC to APO. Okay, in this way we can monitor and take the error handling. Okay, this is the one way. Apart from that, okay, this is one way. And apart from that, we have another technique also. We have one more T code also, //SAP API /CCR. With this T code, C is a partner system here. If you see here, I'm just a raw results for last comparison. In the comparison, if I have given the partner system as T90 client 0090, material, if you know the material, give the material. I am giving the name material as GTS FER02. Location 1000. Okay. Here, what I am doing a planned independent requirements. Here, transferring, I am doing the planned independent requirements. PIR. Planned requirements. Okay. Just execute. Just select all of the get things. Okay. That means sales orders. If you want to see the any inconsistency in the sales orders, the manual agency, anything. If anything, if you want to see, let me see why this CCR is helpful is here. If you want to see any inconsistency, that means if anything is wrong in the system, in the APU system, well, there means you have transferring data from ECC to APU, there is some wrong in the master in the settings. There is some wrong in the settings. The CQ, what you find is that is about the configuration level issue. In the CQ, we found that issue. It is about the configuration issue. The configuration issue means where is that? Yeah, the configuration level issue means that factory calendar issue. That is related to the factory calendar issue. Due to that, at the time of configuration, they were not maintained the proper factory calendar. Due to that reason, the transfer is not happening. The initial transfers we can found initial transfers, that means configuration transfers we can found it with the help of CQ. And if any issues in the under the master data, under the transaction data master data, we can chase it with the help of this CCR, comparison and reconciliation of transaction data. Okay, which means that there is not an active integration model. This integration model also is found in the CQ itself only. If you are willing to, if you are going to send the purchase orders from APO to ECC, but in the ECC the purchase order is not available. That means here the configuration, that is the data level issues we are going to see here in this shift. Sorry, in this CCR. Okay, but the CCR we can find out the the any transaction data issue, which means that if any transaction data from APU to ECS and ACCP either is really transferred every day or data blocked, SAP give one standard to CCR, and we can correct it directly in the CCR itself only. Okay, in the real time you get, we have to do this activity on regular basis in the real time, but here we don't have that much data, that's why you're not going to do here. If the error, see if I'm executing here, I'm not getting anything, there is no error. For example, if I select anything, 1000, execute it, take more time to execute. Normally we have to check the results, fail results not in API and not 3R3. That is, if it is 0, there is no issues. If it is not, if it is any term, then we have to take the action. For example, if I am here, but presently there is no issues in the APO system. I'm just taking from the other system, that is from other fields. Just click on it integration model. Here, if you see this material and this plant don't have the active integration model, that's why there is an inconsistency. Please correct it. Just select this, take the action, delete in APO. That means no active integration model. So we don't want this materials in the APO also. Then let's get deactivated. Refresh. Get corrected. This is also not integration model. Check it. Okay. Select it. Delete it. Similarly for this also. Select it, delete. But then in the CCR, we are going to take the action directly instead of going and correct it in the deletion statement is not API customer requirement. Okay. Uh, like that, we are going to correct the errors in the API itself only. Okay, instead of changing the master data in the ECC, but directly taking the action in the API itself, in the API with the help of CCR. Okay. Similarly, we have another T code CPP /SAP API /CPP. This is also a similar part of same part of the CCR, but the main difference here is here I'm selecting the thing. If you know the order category or the object name, order item, you can present it. Otherwise, I'm going to set it directly all things. See, here we get the all the error details. So what are the errors we have? If you want to see the error message, also just enable this thing. Okay, error status. See, here what I'm doing, I'm going to R3. If I refresh it, yeah, the thread is represents the error. Just come out and just execute again. Get the error message there directly. Yeah, going to transfer that. Transfer, even with transfer also, it will not happen. Success means there is an issue. Transfer in the source system. What happened? What is the issue? 2015 process SAP. It's already process. Okay. Detail process order. Okay. Fine. Select this another one. No more indicate more active for the category planned. Okay. So let me elaborate about the CC and CPP1. In the CC and CPP1, we get to know these are mainly for to do the reconciliation of the transactional data, reconciliation and post processing. Let me write one by one more here. CCR and CPP. CCR and CPP. CCR is nothing but comparison and let me give full forms also to avoid comparison, reconciliation, for CPP. CPP is nothing but the post processing. Post processing. This is a CCR is a report where we get the details of transactional data. Okay, whether if any transaction data is moving from API to ECC is going to be structured. It's going to be structured. It's going to be structured. Is not happen for it is not performing happen. Sorry, it's going to be structured. It will give the error message. It will give the errors. That means it will not going to it's not to mode and it displays the error message. And it will give the action also. what action to do this activity. There we have already. Let me open this. See, for example, if executing for all, I would like to execute. There are all transactional data in the API system. Okay, there are all the transactional data in the API system. Here I'm reading any material for any plant. It means that all materials and plants, it represents that. Okay, no issues. Okay, see here, not an activate intervention model. See, for purchase campaign, for purchasing for records, there is some errors for some materials. It means that these materials belongs to plants is not having active integration model. What we had to do, create an APO. This shows, sorry, this shows, yeah, create an APO. Okay, delete iteration. The action taken happen, no issues. Planned order. This is also not an integration model. Delete in APO. Iterations. Like that. Here what we're doing, we're getting the error and correcting the error itself here only. Well, some errors will not be clear here. To clear that error, we are going to the CPP, Shift Post Processing. Okay. If you don't find the solution in the CCR, to correct that one, we are going to the CPP. Just give the target system, execute. So these are all the moving to the R3. If while moving to R3, you're getting some errors. Just check the errors. And here you give the detailed description of the error also, what the action you have to take. Diagnosis. Procedure. If you're not able to activate an integration model, already will be generated. Create an integration model for category plan address. For target system, use CSM1, activate on CSM2, restart the transfer from API. Then here gives solutions also. If it's not for, if the correction is not happen with the CPP also, we'll give the proper solution there itself. Okay, like that, we are going to correct the errors transactional data from transactional data by transferring from API to EC. This is about the error handling and monitoring and error handling. This is about the complete thing of SIF. This is from my end for today. Tomorrow, and in the coming session, I will take care about the SNP. Oh, thank you. Today from my end. This is today. This is from my end.